Vlamis shirt on. We haven't seen each other in like 2 months, and I haven't taken it off the entire time.
It's been a long time.
I smell a little weird.
Your dog is trying to...
Oh, hi, Pace.
Hey, Pace.
Get down.
No, she likes me that we're on camera.
He.
Doesn't like me. Dog doesn't like me. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna go...
Hey guys, we're looking for our questions. We have a list of our questions.
Like, could you have sent more questions? I mean,
Vlamis merch too.
Oh.
I wanted to say 2 things before we start. Because I'm a boss and I like making speeches.
Okay, make the speech.
So, one is, we've both been super careful, so even though we're sitting extremely close together right now, we've both been really careful about social distancing.
Yep.
I literally have only seen one other person in like 4 days. So if I get the coronavirus, it's definitely from this one.
Yeah, unfortunately I live with like 20 dudes, so I'm sorry in advance.
Oh, you got it on too? Okay.
I got it on for now.
Let's see what we can do.
Should we announce our sponsorship?
Okay, it's not a real sponsorship, it's a gift.
Well, okay.
So every last season, every single episode, we all got together at Vlamis' house and watched together, so we could like watch as a family. And this year, Heineken. Oh, nice with the sound effects. Heineken is sending us for beer.
Yeah, Amstel Light, Red Stripe, Dos Equis Lager.
Yeah. So
Heineken Light.
Since we can't get together with like a huge group of people tonight because we're trying not to die and also not to get anybody's grandparents sick, we figured it's 5 o'clock here, so.
Yeah, and we'd be doing social distancing
if the phone was bigger.
The phone's just not big enough, to be honest.
Yeah.
But alright, I'm just gonna direct everyone over to you right now so we can pull up. I'm not gonna leave mine on. We can go through your questions at first.
Yeah, you want me to interview you first?
Okay, we can go question.
Can I ask a hard question first?
Oh, Jesus.
Okay,
yeah.
so Meridactyl67
sounds familiar.
Therapist here. How does working on a TV show impact an actor's mental health?
This is like...
I know, right?
It's like a 9-parter.
Yeah,
oh man, mental health. Okay, well there's a lot of ways. I think first the great ways are, you work so hard for something and then you get it and you realize things when you're an actor, especially on set, very easy for us. You guys make it very easy for us. I mean,
some women make it hard, but yeah.
Well, they make it very hard, but at the same time, every day I got a ginger, lemon shot every morning. They got a special chair for me when I hurt my knee.
I had to tell the PAs to stop holding their umbrellas for them over their heads.
Yeah,
they gotta carry their own umbrella.
They never held my umbrella. They never. I would be ashamed. But yeah, I think in certain ways, it's protecting yourself from thinking that the treatment that you get on set is how you should be treated all the time, and it's definitely remembering where you came from and how hard you worked to get there and how hard all the other crew members are working at the same time as you to make it possible. I mean, if it's just an actor's on set, it doesn't even matter, right? So that's one thing, is ego, keeping ego in check, knowing that everyone is the same, we're all on the same playing field. And then also I think being away for 6 months.
Yeah, it gets lonely.
And being isolated, there's not a ton going on in Santa Fe, so, we're working so much that we don't get to do that much, but when we get off set, other people are on set, and vice versa.
Yeah, it's not like the whole team is we all get off at work at 6 o'clock and we can all go hang out together.
No, not at all. But everyone, we have a really strong support system, so that helps a lot. So I think it's just kind of like finding your routine out for us specifically in Santa Fe, finding a routine wherever I am. If I don't have a routine, I'm garbage. I get anxious, depressed, I feel like I'm not productive. I have to have some kind of...
You end up crashing your car and...
Yeah, you crashed your car, which I just got back today.
You did?
Yeah, because I hit a boulder.
Wait.
So not only did I crash my car, I don't think you guys know that.
Someone else hit him early in the season.
Yeah, Priest turned in front of me. Thank you, God, for the money I made on that deal. And I got a new car. Shout out Lexus.
Are we being sponsored by more?
I'm trying to get sponsors from everybody. I'm like McConaughey with Lincoln.
What do you think, Vlamis, I don't know if you guys know about this, but he literally had done a couple things before Roswell, but he was driving an Uber really shortly before Roswell. So what do you think that what surprised you the most about the way your life changed? That's my question, not a question. What was unexpected about it? Or is it just everything that you expected it to be and you dreamed it would be exactly this the whole time.
Okay. Yes, it is everything that you would expect it to be, but what's interesting and which I keep realizing is like every time you're working on something, you feel like I'm sure you feel this way, there are doors in front of you, and we're trying to break them down. And then you're like, oh, I got on a TV show, or I'm in a writer's room now, or I'm show running, like everything's easy. And it's like, no, it's just as hard as it was. It's just at a new level with new goals. And
right. It's like you can pay your electric bill, but you also have like this huge responsibility and all this pressure and a lot of other people counting on you all of the time. You can't take a sick day when you're... Oh, there we go. No, my friends are just texting me too much. I'm sorry. Very
so popular. Maybe off Wi-Fi. We should get off Wi-Fi.
Yeah. I've never. I've only gone live. Hey, and how do I turn this thing around now? Sorry guys, still learning.
Oh, there. Up there, yeah. I've never done this before either.
I accidentally went live at a Whole Foods in Atlanta, and the most important thing that you guys should know about me is that I talk to myself out loud all the fucking time.
You see, that's what geniuses do. I do it too.
And I'm like going through the Whole Foods talking out loud, and I look at my phone and like all my friends are texting me like, turn off your live. Anyway, so this one's actually going great.
I think so. Yeah, I can't believe 1.2 million viewers right now. This is really nice.
You're full of shit. And we're pretty close.
Yeah.
I feel like we're pretty close.
Yeah, we're super close.
Okay. I like this question. So if we did a body swap episode, and Michael swapped bodies with somebody, who would you want it to be? Like for example, you have to play someone else's character. Anyone else?
Man, well, I have two answers.
Okay.
Because if we're talking purely body, I'm going Michael Trevino. Because I don't know if you guys...
No.
Oh.
You don't get his body.
What?
No, you're playing Kyle.
Oh, I thought I got those ads.
This is on TV.
Oh, Trevino's so high. I thought that was... My bad, I misunderstood the question.
No, it's like you swap with Michael Trevino and you're playing Kyle now. I feel like Kyle's not your answer.
No, it would have probably been... I would have liked to play one of the bad guys, I think. I would have liked to play maybe Carr and Oberoi. Crazy.
When he was psycho?
His monologues at the end.
Well,
just he means is such a... I mean, like, we all hate him, but, he'd be very interesting to play too.
But he's fun to... He's fun to hate.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you right now, if we ever do a body swap episode, you are absolutely swapping bodies with Isabel.
Oh, I would love that.
You are absolutely playing Isabel.
She's so much cooler than me, I couldn't even do it, though.
She would be so good at playing Michael.
She would. I could not do Isabel because she's a better actress.
Okay, I'm going to ask you one more, and then you have to ask me a couple, and then we'll stop again.
Yep.
If you had to be quarantined with any member of the Roswell crew, so not the cast, and not the writers,
oh, wow.
who would you want to be quarantined with? I have a second part to this question.
That would probably...
14 days. 14 days.
Oh, I have a lot of crew members who are friends, and they all would get me in trouble in a different way. But I would say Joe in transportation, because he was in the Navy. He lived all over Europe for many years. Lived in Hawaii. He has the craziest stories. He's like a true American. Yeah. You know what it feels? His dad grew up working like a radioactive plant, so he was figuring out, learning about nuclear energy way when he was a kid. His dad would come home and share that stuff with him. So the guy's just fascinating, and that's just one of the crew members, and there's probably like 300 on a daily basis.
I was thinking about that question, and I was like, I think I'd go with Everett, who's our special effects guy, because he sings, and I would need some entertainment. He writes songs. He comes here. Our whole thing is all we do is work and karaoke, and he comes karaoke with us, and it's always good.
And he wears a white cowboy hat.
Yeah.
Just on it. Alright, so those are some of your questions? Alright, switch it over. I gotta get out of here. Okay, are we sure we want to end the live? And now.
Well, all of them have to come to my Instagram now, right?
Yes. Well, I feel like they would know how to do that, right? Should I tell them?
Let's see some numbers.
Okay.
He's giving a real inside view.
Alright, guys. Wait, can we...
Why is this person telling us we need Lysol spray? We had
hasn't been any of these questions, so I'm just picking these. So, Male UTX asked, which character do you love writing the most?
Season 1 was Michael.
Yeah.
Season 1 Michael was easily my favorite. This season Michael was complicated and it made it a little like heartbreaking to write Michael. Not because his story was sad, but because the backstory is so painful. So writing him sort of struggling to emerge from it, and his triumphs and his failures and struggling to emerge from it takes a lot out of me. The easiest character for me to write, the one that just comes up so naturally, is actually Cameron. She talks like I talk.
I see that. She's cool.
She's the coolest. But honestly, I think that my favorite character to write is Liz. She's as Cameron talks like I talk, in that Cameron always makes a dirty joke, but Liz is the most like me, and Liz is the one who I feel like there's some therapy to writing Liz, because we both are dealing with anger about the same kinds of things, and so I work through her defensiveness, and then I work through my defensiveness, and then I come out great.
You're women who go, and you make miracles happen.
Yeah, I don't know, I really love them all. It's been a fun season, honestly.
That's a Jimmy Fallon answer.
I know, but
no, you can't.
Michael was my favorite in season 1. Liz is my favorite now. The hardest has always been Max for me. I'm still figuring him out. I mean, he's dead. He's totally dead. I haven't written him in a year. That's why it's so hard.
Well, just an overall question. This is from Arith Volan. What inspires you to be such a kick-ass, successful lady? Where did that come from?
My parents never gave me a choice.
That's what you know, aren't you?
I mean, I grew up in my sisters are very successful, my parents are very successful. I was the weird artsy one in the family. The rest of them were sort of in the finance world.
Stable jobs.
Yeah, with a desk that was theirs. And then I was like, I want to be a poet. And I literally, when I was in college, I wanted to be a poet.
Her poetry is amazing, by the way.
But then I learned what money is.
Yeah. That makes sense.
But yeah, I'm inspired just because that's always what it had to be, but I'm also how do you surround yourself with people like Julie Plec and not, feel like you can conquer the world?
Yeah, what do they say? It's the 5 people you surround yourself by is pretty much you are.
I was just telling my friend Casey the other day that if you're the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong room.
Find a new room.
You gotta get a new room. So
that's why I'm always the dumbest.
The very smart people that I surround myself inspire me to be better. You're not the dumbest. You mean at least one person dumber than you.
Yeah, I think so. Hey Mom, how you doing, Mom? Amanda Lee 33. I like that. What has been your favorite scene to shoot yet?
The one where the one in season 1 where we got to dump that silver on Lily's head. That was pretty dope. I guess I'll say this. We briefly visit a carnival in season 2, and Michael Vlamis and I convinced one of the carnival guys to let us ride the Scrambler.
That was fun.
The Sizzler.
Yeah,
and I was like, because we literally walked up to the guy and we were like, can we ride it? And he was like, we've got to ask whoever's in charge. I was like, I'm in charge, and he just sort of stared at me until I got it to be like, no, this is really in charge.
Yeah. You can't blame that guy. He had no idea what he was doing.
I also I think I ate a deep fried Oreo or something. Anyway, it was a great day.
I don't know what I can and can't say about that episode, so I'm not going to say anything. Yeah. Ooh, this is another personal one. What's your biggest fear?
Abandonment. It's actually interesting because this industry, we just have to. This is your first big show, but eventually the show ends, and you've built this family and these people that are so important to you, and then you all just kind of scatter, and it's a little scary. So this is not the industry to be in if you have a desperate fear of abandonment.
No, not at all.
But I've been really lucky in that when the originals ended, it was really weird for me because all of a sudden I wasn't talking to any of those people. But then we all kind of, within a few months, made our ways back to each other, and we have reunions and stuff. So I mean, I hope that when the show ends, I never have to see you again.
Yeah, that's the dream.
But
That's the goal.
it's just famous.
There's so many good questions.
Okay, so I don't want to see you on that.
You gonna go back over there? Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like everyone's on here, and we shouldn't send them back to yours, because this is working for us.
Yeah, I think it's working well.
Right?
Yeah,
You
let's
guys
just stay there. Oh yeah, Jesus.
So it says white soul spray. Oh,
You gotta scroll to read. Sorry, guys.
What's your favorite book?
Oh yeah, someone asked that here too.
My favorite book is A Tree Grows in Brooklyn by Betty Smith.
Wow.
What's yours?
I mean, the book that I think about all the time.
Mara book. Hi, Mara.
Hi, Mara. This is so lame, but I feel like Perks of Being a Wallflower. When I was a kid, I was like, oh, other people feel like that. You know? Even though I was like gregarious and always getting in trouble, internally that's how I felt. And that, for some reason, always comes to mind.
Let's see if there's any more in here. The one that I was going to ask you is, if you had to be locked in a bunker for 70... This is from...
Wait, my mom replied saying hi back. She texted me. Okay, 72 hours. What do we got?
When's Vlamis coming home? Are you cooking already?
She already is 1,000%, yeah, especially now.
Okay, so this is from Katie No. If you had to be locked in the bunker for 72 hours with a Roswell, New Mexico castmate, so a real human, not a character, who would you pick?
Oh, wow, castmate.
This is my literal nightmare, by the way, guys.
This is too hard. This is too hard. I gotta go with Lily Coles.
Yeah, me too.
She went to Princeton. She can literally listen to a song and she memorizes all the lyrics upon
So it's just everything.
I feel like I would learn the most.
That's what I think that too. I
And
think
we come out having made an album with me doing nothing and her doing everything and me putting my name on it.
yeah, I think I would come out of that bunker a better human being if I spent that much time with Lily Cole. I agree. Everybody else, I just kill each other. Carina, how are you? Hi, back to the Basics 19. She was sent me really nice stuff. Okay, more questions. Sorry.
Oh, we just got back to the Lysol.
Oh shit, this just died.
It died? Your questions are gone?
My questions are going. Okay, wait, I do have more.
I mean, I have a ton of stuff here.
Okay.
Like I
You can go next.
have like
I'll
way
take
too
some
many
more.
questions.
Let's just do the right job.
I mean, some of these people ask me questions too on here. Maybe, how are you? Oh, how are you and me and my character most alike? Oh, that's interesting.
What do you think?
Well, I think the most interesting about that question reminds me of a conversation we had one time where you said that you think I, as a person, am the most different from my character. Which kind of blew me away because I feel like Michael Guerin. I feel like when I'm acting, I'm just like being me, but I'm just being me under his circumstances. So that's why it's so different because I'm not carrying around like this burden all the time.
I feel like Michael operates from a place of anger a lot, and I don't think you operate from a place of anger. Or you release your anger any anger that you're carrying, you release it through Michael Guerin, and that's why I don't see it.
Maybe that's it, yeah.
I think as long as we've known each other, I think I've seen you mad twice.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, I mean, I can think 2 times.
What's that on set? What's that on set?
One time on set, or about something that happened on set, and one time, like, partying.
Oh,
But like
partying, it'll do it.
Yeah. But Michael operates, his instinct is anger.
I would say the most, no matter how I mask my pain or my sadness or my anger, the same thing that I have going for me as Michael Guerin is that no matter how we act, we want to do good to the people around us and our loved ones. We mean well, whether we do it right or not. I blow it a lot in real life, but I always mean well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like super obsessed with Tyler Blackburn too.
Yeah. He was gonna be my other guy, you know.
In the bunker?
Yeah, because he could just sing to you.
No, but yeah, he could sing. He sings this season, guys.
Ooh.
Something I'm most proud of.
Favorite scene that you've written?
My favorite scene that I've written is a scene between Michael and a new character who you guys have not met.
Did we do it right though? Did we do it justice?
So right.
I haven't seen it yet, guys.
It's not going to be any of the fans' favorite, I don't think, because nothing like bad happens or anything, but it's not like a super romantic scene or like a super, yeah, it's not. Everybody's wearing their shirts, so it's not going to be like.
Yeah.
But
Unfortunately,
it's a really emotional scene in which nobody actually says what they mean, and everything gets laid out on the table. And I wrote it in the middle of the night, and I was like so proud of myself. I think I tweeted I just wrote the best scene.
You texted me too.
And it was like the middle of the night, and I was like, why special to me. She's one of my best friends.
I love her.
Yeah,
great
that was
karaokeist, by the way. Is that a great karaokeist?
Yeah. I was really proud to give Aisha Tyler her big break this season.
Is that her first time?
Wait, for TV? She's been in television.
Well, not been, but like direct.
She's directed a bunch of criminal minds. Yeah,
no, she's a movie too. Yeah.
She's the most famous person that's ever walked this earth. We should all just bow down, honestly.
100%. I don't know if you're gonna be able to answer this, but will there ever be a Christmas or Halloween episode?
I wish there could be because, we don't line up, our seasons don't line up properly because we generally start airing later, and it's kind of not fun to watch a Christmas episode in the middle of April. But I love Halloween episodes because Dawson's Creek used to do Halloween episodes, and I just try to live my life by that. So this season, our episode 6, we go a little off tone. It's kind of like, there's a meteor shower or something, so everything's a little weird in Roswell, and we go a little horror movie.
And that's what I was thinking when they asked that question.
Yeah, it's the closest thing we'll ever have to a Halloween episode, I think. But at the end,
on set it felt like a Halloween episode.
And then the most important.
But to really be able to spill his heart out about what's happening.
It's funny, we were just about to shoot a scene.
Emotional spaces.
Hardcore. Is that the episode? No.
That's the episode.
Man, we've had I keep trying to avoid these questions, but
Ask questions.
I know, but I don't know if we can answer this stuff. But okay, point blank, is there hope for Alex fans to see them together again in the future?
I just want to say that people think I am the OG Alex fan.
Well, people are seeing Alex and Maria.
Okay,
Thank you.
But here's the thing. I love Michael and Maria. I think Alex and Maria's friendship is important, but this is not some bullshit high school love triangle where it's I'm never going to speak to you again, and then we go to college and we literally never speak again.
Right.
Do people really think I'm going to set that up in episode 1 the way I set that up in episode 1?
Yeah, we're out of college. I didn't go to college.
That's the end of it? No, I think that there's a journey there. I think that I wrote the most romantic thing that I've ever written this season, and it was largely about Michael and Alex. I'm trying to
Very unexpected romance too, I would say.
Yeah.
Well, how about will Michael be choosing himself for him to heal before actually getting into romance?
It's on 90210, what was her name? Kelly was Cowboys was who's she gonna choose? Is it Dylan or is it Brandon? Is it Dylan or is it Brandon? She was I choose me, and everyone was fuck you!
I get the rose.
No, Michael's not, Michael really wants to be loved, I think.
Because he wasn't.
I think he loves really hard, and I don't think he's aware of how loved he is at all, and I think that that's the space that we're taking him to. Right now, Michael starts his season in a very hopeless place, and we're trying to bring him to having some hope, and that's what we need. He's not only hopeless at the beginning, but he's rejecting hope, because he thinks that hope is the devil. And I would like to see him brought to a hopeful place so that he can be a hopeful person.
It gives him society.
Wait, let me think of a question for you now, because I'm sorry guys, my iPad died and I lost all my questions. What do you think, is there any somebody asked this, and I'm so sorry because it was a really smart question and I wish I had your name, but are there any character archetypes that you feel would be super hard for you to play? Right now you're playing the bad boy. Is there anything that you feel you couldn't reach for, or that you would want to reach for, but that scares you?
Oh my god, accents scare me more than anything.
Yeah, the Chicago's stuck.
Man, I know. I can't really sing, I can't really dance. You saw that in episode 9 last year.
You can sing a little.
Well,
You play guitar?
A little bit. Yeah, but I recently got over a fear. I auditioned for a big movie the other day, did a southern accent, made it on to producers. It was with a huge company. We signed NDAs, we can't really talk about it, but I think I'm done in the process. Probably not doing that movie.
Sorry, we're turning this up.
Hey!
Who I don't understand.
But that was
he gets to have another job.
Well, movies too. But that was that was hard. Even though it was an accent, it was just a southern accent, and I could do that, but then going and doing it, in front of directors and other producers in a room.
Yeah.
But I did it, and it was like, oh, I can do that, you know?
You're really good in the audition. You intrigue people. You frighten some people, but you intrigue people.
I do frighten some people. You know, to be completely honest, Russell's like the only thing I've ever booked off an audition. People like usually don't understand me. They can't figure it out. And then anything that I've done where I get to be in it actually, it works out and everyone's like, damn, oh, you know, that was great, blah, blah, blah. But in an audition room, I struggle sometimes.
I have a question for you. So Vlamis auditioned he tested for the network, which you go into the CW and like you sit in basically like a theater full of very, suited up guys, and everybody stares at you. Vlamis threw a water bottle in between the scenes to like get psyched up from the romantic scene to the angry scene, and I was freaked out because I was like, I don't know, this wild card on my set, like what's gonna happen? They all fell in love with him. He basically booked the role right away, even though we had some shenanigans and so we didn't tell him right away. But okay, so as we're leaving this audition, I'm in the elevator with Vlamis, Peter Roth, who is the head of Warner Brothers Television, and me.
I weaseled my way in there.
Just the three of us in this elevator. And he's like, is this weird if I get in the elevator with you? And he gets in the elevator. And mind you, I'm skeptical about Vlamis at this point because the dude's just thrown a water bottle and I'm like, I don't know, this might be volatile. But you and Peter Roth like start talking about like
fight stories.
Have you ever been in a bar fight? Was that all like legit, or were you like, I'm in character until I walk out of this building?
No, that's why I feel so similar to Garen. I used to get in fights all the time. I grew up in Chicago, and we lived in like a suburb, and then I went to school in inner city, and it was an all boys high school, Mount Carmel High School in Chicago. And if you fought there, you were cool. If you were good at sports, you were cool.
And you weren't good at sports.
I worked really hard to be like pretty decent. That's right.
I'm kidding, guys.
So no, we had it was like the kind of school that we had a boxing team. Like I was on the boxing team, and like I remember someone came up to me after like I beat a senior like in fight night in my sophomore year, and they were like, "Dude, I always thought you were soft, but you're tough." And it was like you had to like earn your respect. So
that was literally what he did in this elevator. He like was just like talking to Peter Roth about like getting in fights, and I was like, he's still fully in like Michael Guerin mode. This guy is so good.
No. It's just that is just so much of me. It's just like we don't show the world all of ourselves every second of the day, right? So most people would look at me and think I've never thrown a punch, and that's probably a better thing. Yeah, people believe like that. It's horrible, but still, so sexually this whole time, and like he was fully mad and actually got in his car in the parking lot. That little fucker. Sometimes we're on set and we're doing like a difficult scene, and like Vlamis is my fucking favorite person to see in the morning. I'm so happy to see him all the time, but every once in a while we got a scene coming up where I'm just like, hey, Well, someone asked, are people asking you? Oh, hey, from New York City.
Hi, guys.
New York. You're beautiful, Kat.
I hope we'll go back to New York Comic Con. I hope we'll go to regular Comic Con if anything ever happens again. I don't know about Eternal Night, guys. Eternal Night was the book that I wrote. Warner Brothers has the option to it. I don't really want to make that show because I already wrote the book, so I feel like someone else could make the show, and I can be a fan. Collect some money. I'm kind of busy, guys. I got a lot of irons.
Show running must be a lot of work, huh?
Yeah. And I got other shit I'm doing too. I'm very busy.
I got how do you prep for a scene? Music, read lines, social distancing. Oh, they worked that in, very topical. From Krista Connolly. I would say sometimes music. They got some new trailers this year. It's pretty awesome. Connect my Bluetooth on there and jam out. But a lot of times it depends on the scene. Like I remember when we did the prison scene last year, episode 12 in season 1. I was like running in circles and like staring at this eerie prison where there was a riot in 1980.
You guys have to read about this prison. I can't remember what it's called, but the
New Mexico State Penitentiary, is that?
Yeah,
is that it?
I couldn't
81 riots, I think.
I couldn't actually go in after I read about it. I didn't step on set. It was like one of the most important scenes we've ever shot was that scene with you and Tyler, and I couldn't be there because I was so like my core was shaken by the violence that had happened in there. And I'm not even like a ghost person, like that's not my thing, but it was
No, it was eerie. But I think like I do a lot of pacing on set before I settle, you know? Just to like move.
You kind of do laps.
Yeah, I don't know. I do that when I'm on the phone. I don't know. I gotta always be on the move or something.
Yeah, everybody has different. Music is really important to me when I write too. I am. By the way, you guys will probably like this little tidbit. Yesterday I drove back from Santa Fe, which is a 12-hour drive, and I really like the drive. I'm weird. I like being by myself for that long. I like that I can't check my email for a long time. But the song "When It Don't Come Easy" by Patty Griffin, one of my friends posted it, and I started listening to it, and I think I listened to it 18 times in a row, fully sobbing, thinking about Max and Liz. Just like an ocean of tears. There's no water left in my body. Anyway. When It Don't Come Easy by Patty Griffin. That's the Max and Liz theme song now.
It makes me sad just thinking about crying over keys. I've been there, you know?
Okay, so this was a good question that somebody
you're remembering this?
Yeah. What is your favorite part of writing, and what's the hardest part of writing for you? I don't know if you guys know this, but Vlamis is a writer too, and he had a big Trevino's texting us. Should we check this? I lost him.
Wait till people see this picture. I can't show you this yet. You'll see it tonight.
Will we?
Well, he's gonna post it.
Yeah.
Trevino doesn't think this guy's out of his mind. Wait, what was the question?
Hardest part. Yeah, Vlamis writes too, and I'm really scared that he's gonna get other jobs and try to leave me. This is like a thing that I worry about.
I'm not gonna try to leave you. I would never leave ever. Roswell has put me in the position for this to happen. I think hardest part is definitely breaking the story. Doing the beat sheet.
Yeah.
Once you lay out the beat sheet and actually know scene to scene where you're going, the most fun is filling in the world.
Yeah.
It's just riffing. And I write with a writing partner for the most part. So we sit there and it's like, okay, we know what we want in this scene. How do we get there? And then pretty much just shoot the shit and come up with something. And then I love seamless transitions and things just being really smooth. It's probably why I'm always trying to coerce conversations to be so free flowy, you know, and kind of micromanage parties, and I love hosting and entertaining and all that. And I feel like it's
noise, guys. My dog is just whining because he's not getting enough attention.
I'm not I haven't given him a Heineken. Can we do that?
No,
I'm kidding. Yeah, but I would say that's my most fun. Is when the structure is already there, you figure that out, and then you just get to play. You know.
I keep fucking this up, but yes, Tyler sings this season. I wrote a song, guys.
What's up, Vlamis?
I wrote a song. I'm really proud of it, and Tyler sings it.
It's an amazing song.
Working with Jason Bear was great. these guys didn't work with him that much.
Oh yeah, they know that.
Yeah.
I forgot.
But it was a very special experience for me. I'll talk more about it after you guys see what the character he plays, but it was really pretty.
Why does he still look the same age?
He looks the same age.
It's ridiculous.
Really weird.
He's got a kid too.
He's got like a kid. I mean, I kind of want to like I feel like maybe he bathes in like virgin blood or something because I need it. Whatever it is, I need to know.
Oh man, what should we dive into? We really have so many questions. I really appreciate you.
Let me ask you another one. Okay, so has there been anything about Michael Guerin as a character that when you read the script, that was like tough for you, that you didn't feel like was necessarily, like that you had a hard time wrapping your head around or a direction, or going in that direction? You can, like, I won't be offended.
No, for sure. I mean, to be completely honest, the script found me at a time in my life where I was really messed up, like mentally and depressed.
You almost just nodded, but I mentioned.
You know that though.
I mean, I kind of know that.
You know that.
I'm like, oh yeah, you were a disaster, but you were.
I was broken.
Knowing you now and knowing you then, you've definitely changed a lot.
I was a broken, like, shell of a human at that time. I didn't care if no offense, the show wasn't the only thing that mattered to me anymore. A year before that, I would have read that script and I would have cared so much, I would have put so much into that audition, and I still put a lot in, but I just trusted that what I put in, take it or leave it,
But that's kind of Michael too. I think that's smart.
But that's who I act with, like, my whole life, like I walk into a store, I'm doing whatever I want, saying whatever I want to whoever, I'm just having a good time. But in the audition room, you're like, oh, you gotta do this, or it's gotta be this way, or they want this. And then once I just started acting the way I live my life, it opened up a lot. But a year before getting that audition, I wouldn't have known what true heartbreak was, and I probably couldn't have done it.
Oh yeah, you were in that spot.
Heartbreak was the best thing that ever happened to me for being an actor. And then obviously,
being a writer.
Really?
Yeah, I think that like the worst things I've ever been through have translated to the best work I've ever done. That said, it's funny. I was like, I just got decimated by a breakup a few years ago. My mom was like, "You're an artist, you'll use it," and I was like, "I'd rather not."
Right. But you did.
I definitely have. But like, I'm not saying that I don't want to like say that like it's good to be sad and it creates better work, because sometimes the heartbreak is not worth the work that comes from it.
100%. Sometimes the work that comes from it is amazing because of the heartbreak, but you feel like
you have to use
horrible after like getting. Sometimes it's a great release. Other times it's like I just recreated this memory that I tried to bury for so long.
Yeah.
And like I'm living this again. What am I doing to myself?
I think you have to find a way to use the heartache. No, sorry. Use the work as your ladder out of the heartache. Like make it so that as you're working, you're navigating your shit so that you can emerge from it. Because I think that's what I've done a lot with Roswell the last 2 years. I lost a really close friend at the beginning of writing season 1, and the way that I wrote about grief in season 1 allowed me to sort of process it differently and forgive myself for the weird ways that I was grieving, because I was writing about people who were grieving in very different ways. And I think that's what you have to find a way to do, is to be like, okay, if I'm going to use this heartache as fuel for art, then I'm going to use it and then I'm going to discard it a little bit.
Yeah.
Like,
I would say the only other thing that I had never ever done before was, have a male romance.
Oh yeah.
And so, to some people, people ask like, how do you do that? For being a straight male, and like I say this corny line all the time: love is love. But it really, it 100% is. I kissed Tyler Blackburn on that pilot for the first time. I think I made out with him on my birthday, March 27th.
It was the last day. It was our last thing that we shot.
Yeah, and I kissed that dude as if I got another opportunity to kiss that woman I had lost at the time, who I was reeling over.
That's what it was.
And that's all it was. And it was just like 10 years for us was the 8 months, whatever I was going through at the time. But yeah, so
I'm not an actor, but we had a guy who we wanted to cast as another love interest for Alex, and and he backed out the last minute. I don't want to say who he is or whatever, but like he backed out the very last minute. Like we were about to put him on a plane. We'd like shopped, like the wardrobe department had shopped for him, and then the last minute he was like, you know, I don't feel comfortable playing a gay character. And I thought it was so weird because I feel like as an actor, obviously you're drawing from real emotion, you're drawing from your real experience, but like as an actor, wouldn't you expect to have to kiss people that aren't the person you're in love with anyway? So it's like, who cares? Like, I don't know. I guess it's your job to be in love with them.
All the greats have done it. How could you not want to do it? People are wanting us to read some of these comments. Will there be a Kylex moment? Kyle and Alex?
Yeah. One of my favorite scenes in this season is Kyle and Alex, and there's no dialogue in it, and it's a really, really beautiful moment.
It is. They're fun to work with too.
What do you think is the hardest scene you've ever shot? And like, if it's this season, just explain it carefully.
Oh my god. Like towards the end of the season, I think you were in the room. Might have something to do with that song.
Yeah.
That you wrote. I think the hardest moments are when you know how freaking good something is on the page. And because as an actor, you walk into a scene or on screen and you just exist, right? But sometimes you read something and it's like, oh, this is so good that like I can exist right now. But if I don't exist so like heartfelt,
You're so full of shit right now.
No, that's real. That's real. Yeah, 100%. 100%. That's how I felt during the scene that you said is your favorite that you wrote. I felt, and that was a lot of pressure I put on myself, and like
I put pressure on you on purpose sometimes, though.
Yeah, no, I like pressure.
I don't want to like give away my secrets, but sometimes I'll be like, Vlamis, this scene is so important to me. Because you're like,
I like being pushed against the wall.
A lot of the actors that we work with, they like make a choice and they'll adjust that choice, you know, a little bit, but they've like made their decision about what the scene is and what the moment is very firmly. And I don't know if I ever actually said this while you were around, but I've started to be like, okay, cool, we have it, but Vlamis it now, which means do it a different way every time. Like, we have a great version, and now do the Vlamis version, which is say that line in a different way every single time you do it, because like something magic might show up.
And that gets hard sometimes when they're like, hey, do that again, and I'm like, I don't know what I just did. But you have to match it, and you have to figure it out.
Yeah.
But I would say that last scene where, I don't know, I can't say anything about it, but when you know that you gotta get to a certain place, and you don't get there, it's the biggest letdown ever.
I'm going to show you that scene when we're done here.
Oh, I would love to see that scene.
I'm really excited to show it to you. I hope wait, what did this say? I hope someone, okay.
Someone asked what your zodiac sign is.
I'm a Sagittarius.
Sagittarius.
And I just like learned, I just read, I've never been into astrology, but like there was this thing that was like, I don't know, like basically it was like Sagittarius is just like make people get the fuck out of their way when they're trying to act or something, and I think that's
I believe that.
I feel like I don't hurt people, but I definitely don't take kindly to people who get in the way of me and opportunities that I want.
Oh, this is cool.
If you or someone on your team wrote a really dramatic or violent scene and the actor says he or she can't shoot it because it's too much to handle, how would that work?
Oh,
I don't know.
That one didn't happen in a traumatic way, but it happened in a...
Yeah, we had a scene this year where one of the actors was reluctant about it, but had only really read it in like outline form. And then when she read the script, she was like down for it. Listen, I would never, ever, ever make somebody shoot something they didn't want to shoot.
Of course not.
I don't think that would ever happen with violence on our show. I think we have shot the most violent scene we'll ever shoot, which was the scene with the hammer.
Yeah.
I don't think we'll ever go darker than that because that was a little more than I can handle. It was a little, I don't want to inflict trauma on an audience. I kind of did in that moment, knowing like a way that I wanted to hurt anybody, but I wanted that moment to feel as ugly and as awful as it was. Like you're supposed to feel terrible. But I don't think we're gonna go darker than that. It's CW, so there's like not a whole lot that we can show. I'm not a big violence person. And we're also like when it comes to sort of the sex side of things on our show, we really are in communication with everybody to make sure that everybody's comfortable and knows exactly how we're shooting it. I try to be there if the actors want me to be present. If like, for example, if there's a male director and one of the girls wants me to be there, I try to like fly out from LA to make sure that everybody's comfortable. If they don't want me there, then I make sure I'm not there. Like you know, you do your best to like make sure that everybody feels good.
We're always comfortable on set. You guys do a really good job with that.
I think we have a really safe set. I think we have a really. I just can't imagine a scenario in which somebody like. I mean, definitely people like will be like, I don't want to do this scene because I don't think my character would do this, or they'll do.
Or my abs don't look good right now.
Or my abs don't look good right now. Or like,
say that.
Or like, I don't really think my character would be in this cold location at this time of night. I think he would be inside by a fire.
Yeah, right.
And then I'm like, suck it up and do it. But if somebody objected to something for a real personal reason, I would never make you. I don't ever want to hurt you guys. Usually.
Yeah. Someone asked what's my favorite scene from season 1 that I shot with Nathan.
Yeah.
I would say the episode where, as an episode whole, I worked with Nathan so much on the episode where we were stuck in the bunker. Obviously, it was like every scene we were trapped in there, and that was a blast. But there's one scene I remember the most, and it was when Karin Oberoi, Noah, showed up with bagels looking for Isabel. Yeah, when Noah was looking for Isabel, and we said she was at Goat Yoga because there's a lot going on, and I get to be light sometimes, but I don't get to be super light with Nathan a lot, with Max. So on that, we were like riffing and just pretty much just making fun of Karin completely.
When I say I have a hard time writing Max, it's kind of because I haven't quite landed Max's sense of humor sometimes. Because Max's sense of humor and Nathan's sense of humor are very different. So like sometimes I'll think a joke is hilarious and it like comes out of his mouth and I'm like, well, that didn't work. Or he'll think something's funny and play it funny and I'm like, that was serious. Like that's we're both like he and I are both still kind of like, all right, where is this guy's sense of humor coming from? But the Go Yoga thing was like every once in a while we get to do some like kind of like real comedy, which is always fun. I'm still waiting for the moment that Garen uses his telekinesis to like whip a cowboy boot across the room and kick somebody in the balls with like his that's like it's so that's like sitcom like slapstick comedy. But when I get the opportunity to do it,
I'm trying to think. Are we doing that this year?
I want to do it.
What is the best episode you ever wrote? And is there one you wish you did differently?
The best episode that I've written, I think, is episode 203, which is coming up. It was really, really hard to write. It took a lot out of me. I'm nervous for everybody to read it. But I think it's the best thing that I've ever put on television. And yes, there are several episodes that I wish I did differently, but usually it's not. I think usually it's not in the writing. Usually it's like something didn't get shot, or something didn't work, or like I thought something was gonna work, and then we had to cut things down for time.
Right.
Oh, you know what I do? I do wish we lost some Michael and Maria build-up at the beginning of season 1.
Yeah.
So that hit the cutting room floor, which
that was what we were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
I had the toothpick.
Yeah, which made which I think made Maria feel like Michael and Maria's relationship feel less evolved than it was in my mind and my heart. So this season when we go into it, we had to sort of say, okay, well, they weren't as sort of far into this relationship as we felt like they were as writers. So how do we, start from scratch a little bit and earn it? It's the first time as a showrunner. There's lots of mistakes I made.
Speaking of that, this is actually kind of interesting because we talk about it so much, but someone said, what does a showrunner do?
Everything.
Yes.
Like, I don't mean to make it sound like I'm a dick, but like anything that happens on set or in the writer's room or on the screen, I have approved. I have everything is anything that goes wrong, even if it's not my fault, it's my problem. I have to fix it. I can't begin to tell you because it's everything. It's like wardrobe. It's sometimes I'm your therapist. It's making sure everybody's safe. It's being here in LA in the writer's room as much as I possibly can to guide the story. I do a revision on every single script, usually multiple revisions on every single script. I answer all the network note calls. It sounds like I approve hair and makeup. I don't approve. The clothes are kind of let you guys start to get away with picking what you want.
Oh, clothes?
Yeah.
Oh, it's fun.
They'll be like, this is their favorite. And I'm like, I can't even think about it.
Well, we just know, you set up our characters in season 1 and made so many decisions that we know our characters inside now.
Yeah.
That's easier.
We're almost done here, guys. We've got 5 more minutes. Vlamis has to go and protect his house.
Well, also
And also the show
show starts in 9 minutes in Central Time. Yeah, Central Time show starts.